And now it's time for the Hollywood Chef.
Let me introduce myself
When I
again.
walk through
If you
a jam,
don't know me, I'm Alberto Bonatelli,
no one knows
owner of
who I
Alberto's
am.
Restaurante.
The Local Producers Club is happy to bring another production to our local public access channel.
Mr. Success.
Starring Alberto Bonatelli.
All at once,
Alberto Bonatelli is the Hollywood Chef.
Just your head on my chest, and I'm Mr. Success. Why, I once
Each week, the
knew
Hollywood
a
Chef
man,
invites
he was
a new
hard
special
man
guest on his show.
with never a
Keep watching the
second
Hollywood
break.
Chef
But
right
my
here in
great
Monterey.
city is Saturday. My favorite seems like the coast is a little cold. Today, Saturday, seems like the coast is a little cold. It's around 59 degrees, and the water, don't go swimming, because unless you go fishing, it'll be good. Hello there, welcome to Alberto's La Bella Cucina. It seems that it was yesterday we filmed a wonderful show with John Anuncio. Today we're going to go back again to an incredible guest. Remember that he's one of the best shows in town. We always have him here at Alberto's Restaurante, which he enjoys playing here, and he loves it. Today we're not cooking, but we're doing another cooking show with John Michael. He's going to tell us all about this incredible voice, this incredible, things that he's had right up there, and he is going to tell us more about it. When did he start singing? Where did you start singing, Mr. Michael?
Mr. Michael, well, I just want to say it's really great to be here, Alberto. I love singing at your restaurant. I don't sing rock here. I do Frank.
Yes, indeed.
Frank, the chairman of the board.
Chairman of the board. Yes, indeed.
I've got you under my skin. Yeah.
That is example. How's that? Hello there. We're watching Channel 1084, Alberto's La Bella Cucina. We'll be right back.
When I walk through a jam,
You're here when John Michael is here singing. Come on, Mr.
I'll make you an offer you can't refuse.
You can't refuse,
All
yes,
you
indeed.
dudes and cats and kitties.
Here you go.
All of you people out there.
And when did you start singing like Big Frank?
Well, that was probably about 10 years ago.
Did you feel Frank coming into you, or did you,
I channel Frank. I definitely do. I became a big fan of Frank Sinatra, and I just love everything about the guy's voice. He's just amazing. 7 decades, performing. I mean, who the heck does that these days,
Sinatra's only been one of them.
That's why they call him the chairman.
It's a unique person, But even Sinatra, when I met Sinatra many, many times, and he used to say that one of the best singers in his time was Tony Bennett. That's what he said. And then, of course, he loved Vic Damone.
Yeah.
Now, Vic Damone was another great guy, and Mr. Sinatra actually said that they were one of the best singers of his time. And, of course, not including him, because he was #1. But anyway, where do you play? You play in the area here? You play besides Alberto's?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago I played at Maggiano's in
Maggiano's, an Italian
Santana Row.
restaurant.
I played with an ensemble. And my rock band, I play at the Bull and Bear here in Monterey. I play at the Crow's Nest in Santa Cruz. But with that stuff, I'm doing Zeppelin and I'm doing the Rolling Stones. But here we do Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra. Yes, indeed. Tell us, which is the best show that you ever felt that you felt it was one of the best performances you ever done in your entire career?
Right
now?
here.
Right here at Alberto.
Right here at Alberto.
Of course. Yes. So then tell us, where did you go to school, Mr. Michael?
I went to Palo Alto High in
Palo Alto High.
Halfway between San Jose and San Francisco.
San Francisco. That is
I left my heart in San Francisco. Of course, we're here in Pacific Grove today.
We're here in Pacific Grove, an area that you can't miss. This is paradise. You people don't believe this, but this is paradise. Even if it's a little cloudy today, you are in paradise here because you have, as Mr. Michael knows, the best restaurants, you have the best hotels, the best beaches, and of course, other beautiful things here. I love my cooking. I hope you're watching more of my show. We'll be right back right after this message. Thank you.
So we call it, it's called pass. That's our little mnemonic, okay? P-A-S-S, like you're passing a ball. Okay, so the P is to pull the pin, okay? Pull the pin. A is to aim. So we're gonna go ahead and aim this at the fire once I start it. The next one after that will be squeeze, but sweep side to side, okay? All right, Nicola. There you go. Just aim at the bottom, right? Oh, there you go. Side to side. You got it.
Hey, this is Sean from the Cypress Fire Protection District in Carmel, California. We are CAL FIRE serving your community, and we do like Channel 24 serving our community as well. If you guys like the public access, please keep them on your dial, and we very much appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, Monterey!
Owner chef of Alberto's Il Ristorante and 1219 Forest Avenue in Pacific Grove.
Now, I've come to your restaurant today. Your name is Alberto.
That is correct.
That is correct. And I see a lot of famous people on the walls of your restaurant here. Can you tell me, Frank Sinatra, Mike Tyson, you're in a picture with him. How did you come about all these pictures?
All my life I grew up in the city of the Beverly Hills area, and I used to have a restaurant called Orsini's in Malibu, which is an incredible venue there for a lot of people that used to visit me and enjoy my meals at Orsini's in Malibu. Like Barbara Streisand, Neil Diamond, Don Rickles, The Who, the Beach Boys, Fleetwood Mac. Any more?
And you fed them all.
I fed them all, yes.
Well, then it's kind of nice to have a restaurant when everybody likes your food.
That is correct.
Now, what brought you here to our Monterey Peninsula?
Of course, the beauty of this place and so many amenities this place has, and I choose to be in the city of Pacific Grove.
All right. Well, I do too. So that makes us comrades. All right. And so you've got a cooking show on Channel 19.
Channel 19.
And that's okay. We can talk about that. This is Channel 24.
Wonderful. I have in Channel 19 Comcast every Saturday morning from 9 o'clock in the morning to 10.
There you go. And it's on now. I mean, it's still running.
Today is Friday. Yeah, oh, yes.
Okay. All right. And so now you're going to have a cooking show on Channel 24.
There we go.
The channel you're watching right now, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to show a lot of great dishes that I have that originated from movie stars and people like that.
Success.
And now, back to our program starring Alberto Bonatelli, featuring John Michaels.
When I walk,
Can't
They
refuse.
can't refuse,
All
yes,
you
indeed.
dudes and cats and kitties.
Here you go.
All of you people out there.
And Wendy Yogi was one of the best, yes.
Yeah.
I never met him, but he was a great guy. And he loved martinis
Yeah?
at the Beverly Hills Hotel. He used to hang around. Actually, his ghost is around the pool with a martini saying, hey, how about a martini? Huh?
Yeah? You almost called me a martini today.
There you
almost
go.
called me
You're
John
a walking martini.
That's
so,
right.
Besides that, which is another actor that you
Oh,
enjoy?
Clint Eastwood, of course.
Clint Eastwood.
Yes.
Okay, all right. He was very lucky.
He didn't win this year, though. But
He not win?
But he wins a
Okay.
lot, doesn't he?
Seems like he
That
does.
man is ultimately the most forgiven man, right?
Right.
Not that he did the
Now, in,
Unforgiven. You know, he won the Academy Award for that. But
now, in women, what about women? Which one you like the best? You know, like Sophia Loren, you know, people like that. Which one is your
Naomi
favorite?
Watts.
Who?
Naomi Watts?
Naomi
Oh,
Watts.
my goodness.
Hot.
Very hot.
Yes. How about any other one?
Oh, Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz. Ooh.
I like blondes. I
No.
can't help it.
Anything foreign? Like,
Let's see, Nicole Kidman. Although I sometimes I wonder, is she there or not? I don't know.
Well, she's taking breaks here and there, but I mean,
Yeah.
she's back there,
Yeah.
waiting for the right script. I think she's a lady that likes to perform into a
Very talented.
town and a very incredible script. So they're so busy making pictures that acting is not enough by doing more pictures and more money. So
Yeah.
select your pictures. Select
Who
all
are your
of those
favorite
things.
actors and actresses?
My favorite actor right now, is Robert Downey Jr. Because that man is a complete guy. He acts, he sings, anything, the guy. It's
now,
unreal.
you were talking about him hosting the award.
Why not? Why not Academy Award for Mr. Downey?
Yeah.
Downey is incredible. And then,
Yeah.
and then the Police. What do you think of the Police?
Oh, the
group.
The group?
Yeah.
Well, you showed me a video, which I didn't even know existed, of Robert Downey Jr. singing
Yes.
Driven to Tears
Yes.
by the Police.
Awesome.
It was awesome. I didn't know the man could sing.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Yes, and he came back from, from the best actor to the very best now, doing incredible Superman pictures and all of that.
Oh, yeah.
So, besides that, besides Sinatra, what do you like to sing? Another one. Can you do another one? Like
Dean Martin. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
Hello there. Thank you for watching Alberto's La Bella Cucina on the great channel 24. We'll be right back right after this message.
Hi, I'm Susan. We're at the Yellow Brick Road in Carmel. We're a non-profit. Telephone numbers are 626-8480 and 626-0448. We take donations Monday through Saturday from 10 to 4, closed on Sundays. We've given out almost $5 million to date. Different charities. We support education, food banks, the homeless, the arts.
Well, of course, yeah.
Has such teeth.
Bobby
dear,
Daring, yeah.
and it shows them pearly white. Yeah. Just a jackknife as old Mackie, and he goes to Alberto's here in Pacific Grove.
There you go, Alberto's the hideaway. Yes, indeed. So he mentioned, I think he mentioned this to me, or I read it in a book that Sinatra one time, some people wanted to buy a hotel in Cuba, and he says, take this little baggage there for $3 million, take you to Cuba, and he did fly to Cuba, and guess what? There was a revolution there. He said, you better get out of here, get back to it. So, and he had his own plane, of course, and he says, what am I going to do with this? Coming back, I don't know what to do. They're going to ask me, where do you get this money? And it's, So he says that the immigration people says to Mrs. Sinatra says, you better get out of that door there before they tear you apart as women. And that's the only way he got out of that. It was an incredible story, because he didn't know he was going to be in a lot of trouble. And so we're going to continue talking about Big Frank right after this message and more. Okay, so please don't go away. We'll be right back.
Chairman of the board.
Chairman of the board, yes, indeed.
I've got you under my skin. Yeah.
Crystal is on the way, yes.
Okay.
She's on the way here from the makeup room, and she'll be interviewed soon. However, now we're interviewing Mr. John Michael, that he's telling us his best experience. And let's say like Scotland.
Scotland.
Yes, Scotland.
And go play some golf.
Yeah. Did you perform there, Mr. Michael?
No. I was born in Ireland, Dunleary, Ireland, which is just south of Dublin. And, we emigrated when I was a little kid to Montreal, Canada, and then came out to California.
That's awesome.
Yes,
and you were a kid when you were...
I was just a wee little lad.
Wee lad.
But in Montreal, I grew up in an Italian neighborhood. Yes.
You still learn to say Madonna,
Yeah, make you an offer he can't refuse.
Yeah, that's mafia. But to be a real Italian,
well, you're a
humble
Italian.
like me,
Yeah,
Hello, how are you?
Love,
Pizza.
love, food.
Love, mangia.
Yeah.
Amore. That's an Italian thing,
Yeah.
So, what are other things that you think that you enjoy the most? Which is your favorite food besides Italian?
Oh, my favorite
On a scale
food?
of 1 to 10.
Italian is where it's
Numero uno, of course. What else?
Maybe some Mexican food.
Mexican food.
Yeah.
You like tacos and enchiladas and all that? Burritos,
Muchas gracias.
Yes.
Yeah.
It seems that in this area, it's a lot of influence here in burritos. la Parmesan. Huh? I enjoy that a lot. So many a times I would, I would have this kind of thing when I hear you. Want to hear you again and again in my restaurant, and you always perform tremendously well.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, many people ask for you. Is John Michael there today? No, he's had another commitments, but perhaps he'll come back again. We'll beg him to come back.
Of course,
and we'll do it
will.
one more time.
Yeah.
In the future. So, what is your best trip you ever made?
My best
Trip.
You mean like vacation?
Vacation.
Oh, I went back to Ireland probably in the 90s.
I'll go back anytime today.
I've been to Paris when I was a little child.
Paris.
But there's always time to go on a trip, We should go on a trip, you and I.
I wish I could afford to do that. I wish I could do that.
Yeah, we should.
Yes.
We should.
But it's kind of a little more expensive now. And now we're going to talk a lot more about Paris and Ireland.
Très bien.
Don't go away right after this message. Thank you.
When I walk through a jam, no one knows who I am. Put your head on my chest, and I'm Mr. Success.
I was a little kid, but what are your experiences with Paris?
Paris, I find Paris one of the most amazing cities in the world, of course. Paris is getting so many things to show you, like the Louvre, like that, like Notre Dame. Paris is an incredible garden of beauties, all full of masterpieces, like many Picassos in there. Picasso traveled to Europe in his 20s, and in Spain they didn't have any success, but when he traveled to Paris, he just he hit it right. When he started there, he went up there, and one of his friends gave him a little place to sleep, and he used to sleep on the bed, his friend, and then he'd get up to go to work, and Picasso would go into the bed and sleep there, until Jean-Francois gave him a break on the theater to do murals on the theaters, and then that's how he started. Picasso started to emerge as an incredible artist.
Yeah, because you told me that you lived in Paris.
Well, not lived. I mean, I worked a little bit in Paris when I was younger.
Yeah.
Yes, and I had many good and bad experiences in Paris. I used to paint little pictures in Paris, too, of the Eiffel Tower, which is not difficult, and of course Notre Dame. And of course I had, for breakfast sometimes I used to have only one croissant, because to work it wasn't much. But then I used to really go big time.
Right.
When I was working big time. Yeah. Now the croissants in Paris are unbelievable.
Très bien.
Très bien. What I mean. Yeah, and then of course I've been to London, Paris, Italy. One of the best places, Florence, best pizza in town.
Yeah.
Yes, I love Paris, but I love my favorite city.
But there's great pizza here.
Of course not, because we don't have pizza here. But my favorite city is Venice.
Yeah.
Venice is an incredible, adorable city that you just can't believe the food and the views in Venice. It's unbelievable. And many treasures, of course. Many Canalettos. Canaletto was an artist, but you can never even buy one of his paintings because there's no money to buy a Canaletto in the world.
Yeah. But you knew Frank. You knew Sinatra.
Frank. I knew Mrs. Sinatra. Yes, I remember the very first time I met him. I was a very young person, and I asked him in my 20s, and Mrs. Sinatra, I asked him, Mr. Sinatra, I just saw one of your pictures yesterday. He said, which picture you see? I said, A Day in New York. He said, oh my God, that's years ago. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. He said, yeah, that was a long time ago, man. He says, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. So then many other times he'll come in and he'd tell me his favorite dish, which will be, pasta al pomodoro, which will be pasta with very fresh tomatoes and olive oil. He loved that. He just couldn't resist that kind of pasta. And many other things, and he always enjoyed his friends, like Don Rickles and many other people. that used to hang out with him many, many times. He also, at the time, one time he brought in the Vice President of the United States at the restaurant I used to work at the time when I was very young. And he was very concerned about how food was going to come out and all that. And I said, don't worry about it. I already take care of that. No, but you got to relax. So I did, and he was very happy. But to please Sinatra, you have to have a small table like this with Bardolino, Valpolicella, vodka, gin, Jack Daniels, and sodas, and lemon peels, just for him. Then he'll be having, oh, okay, I got everything. What are you in the mood? He says, I don't want any of this. No, yeah. He would have wine, perhaps, his favorite wine was Valpolicella, or maybe Bardolino in those days,
Yeah.
He was an incredible guy, and he always seemed to listen to many other people were talking about. He didn't want to be. He didn't want to be.
He was a generous man too.
Yes, he was.
Very generous.
One day, our parking attendant, he asked him, "Who's your best tipper?" He says, "You." Yeah, we used to give him the 50 or something like that. So $50 to park a car. That's pretty good, So he was one of the most generous, I just said.
Yeah.
And of course, I met his family too.
Oh wow.
They used to come in, Tina Sinatra and Junior, very, very good people.
Yeah, I just seeing an interview with him and Larry King, and he said he worried a lot about his family because his son was kidnapped.
Yeah, it wasn't my time yet, but I mean, I met Junior much later.
Yeah. And I was working with somebody the other last week, and he told me Frank recorded over 1,300 songs.
Indeed, yeah.
Amazing, really, when you think of it, because there's still some of these songs I'm just getting to know, because I really got hooked on Frank probably about in the last 10 years. And just amazing. Of course, he worked with Count Basie, worked with Nelson Riddle, Quincy Jones, just all the best.
Well,
of
in the old days, it was the band. What was the band that he used to play with?
Oh, Dorsey?
TD, Tommy Dorsey. He had a contract,
Yeah,
with Frank.
then they made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
Well, they asked him if they could
so
buy
Tommy let him go.
He could buy his contract for $1. He said, yeah. He says, I'll be happy to do that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Frank had an amazing life because he ruptured his vocal cords. He was dropped by Columbia, and that's when he made From Here to Eternity and won the Academy Award.
Well, he actually wanted to do that, but I'm really not certain about who was the producer of that picture. Either it was Mr. Howard Hughes or it was Columbia Pictures. And he wanted to do that very, very, very much. So he asked some people, he asked the producer and the owner of the script to please give me that part. He says, get out of here, you creep, get out. And he wouldn't give him the part.
So a lot of doors closed.
I think he called his lawyer in New York, and he says, we'll go over there and talk to him, okay? What's his name? So they went over and talked to the guy, and he says, how about that? The guy says, no, I wouldn't give him anything to that creep.
Yeah.
And he left.
Yeah.
So later on, I think he found a little horse on his bed. Something kind of an accident.
There's that story, and then there's the story of that Ava Gardner was
Ava Gardner, I believe that, to me, I don't know, but which is just a hearsay, that Mr. Howard Hughes was the owner of that script, and Sinatra was in love with Ava Gardner, and Ava Gardner used to go out sometimes with Mr. Hughes, and Mr. Hughes hated him because he took his beautiful girlfriend away. So this is what it's a hearsay. I don't know anything. And we'll be right back right after this message. Thank you. Hello there, welcome back to Alberto's La Bella Cucina show. Today we have an incredible time talking about the one and only, the master of all masters, Sinatra, which Mr. John Michael is the perfect Sinatra in here today.
Salud.
Salud. So we're talking about all of the times that I used to know Mrs. Sinatra, and many a times at the restaurants I work with, or I work for me, used to come in and be serious then, and then you have a great time, with Shaky Green and Don Rickles, and Don Rickles saying that he was the better tip than him. So I doubt it, but Sinatra was always known by always.
Well, you were talking about Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson, he lived near Malibu, right on Pacific Coast Highway, and he actually purchased the house of Johnny McEnroe, where he used to play. You know, Johnny Carson started to play tennis, and a little late, but McEnroe lived there, and he had a tennis court in there at the beach.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the footage of the Rat Pack, and Johnny gets in there and he starts singing. And you don't realize how this just amazing. I've seen a documentary on Carson where he plays guitar and sings. I forget the name of the song, but he was playing these really tough jazz chords and sing. And he also could drum.
Near the table, always, you know, trying to see what he needed, what he wanted, and all that. And he was always that kind of guy, you know. I never saw him with him. And like you said, when you work with those guys, yeah, he was with Sammy Davis Jr., you know, only in the States, I guess. I don't know, or maybe in New York, you know, but not here, not in Los Angeles. Not in L.A. So yeah, he was always hanging out with comedians, people like that. I'm trying to think of a comedian that was very young at the time that he used to warm up the audience, and he appeared in Palm Springs in a small theater in Palm Springs, and he died very young. And Frank gave me a bunch of 20s. He says, go and pass them around, and when he comes in, that's the first joke. The other people say, "Oh God," you know, and they tell him to walk out, and then come back in minutes, you know. So I give him. So he came out, and said, "Hey, blah blah blah," and then the people got out. And the guy was, "What happened?" And Frank says, "You know what? We love you. That's why we're here."
Yeah.
And then people came back again.
Yeah.
Can't think of his name. I'm sorry, but I can't think of it. So long ago. Palm Springs. You know?
Well, you knew Shecky Green and.
Oh yeah. Well, Shaky Green and yeah.
Jay Leno.
Jay Leno, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, he came in here one time and I said, "You know, Jay Leno, I think I know more people than you ever seen in your life, you know? I mean, more closer. Not like, you know, from here like we're doing now, talking about it. And I think so." And he said, yeah, whatever.
And now the end is near.
So remember
So I
that
face
Alberto's Restaurante has March 7th,
final curtain,
John Michael.
my friend.
The final moment it comes now
I'll make
to
it
say
clear.
goodbye and to
I'll
say
state my
1219
case,
Forest Avenue,
of which
Alberto's
I'm
Restaurante.
certain.
You hear John Michaels,
lived
March 7th. Make
A
reservations.
life that's full.
So from now on,
I've traveled
God bless you.
in every highway and more, much more than this. I did it Frank's way.
Thank you very much. And March 7th, remember, reservations. Take that pencil and paper, 3733993, area code 831. Ciao from now at Alberto's. Thank you.
Arrivederci.
Thank you.
When I walk through a jam, no one knows who I am. Put your head on my chest, and I'm Mr. Success. Never closed me a deal. All at once I'm a wheel. Just your head on my chest, and I'm Mr. Success. Why, I once knew a worrying man. He was a hurrying man with never a second to play. He had appointments to keep, people to meet, and it took 30 hours to make him a day. Not for me, not what I want to be. Just your head on my chest, and I'm Mr. Success. second to play.